Hey, Knuckleheads, GCR here telling you to get over to deathwishcoffee.com. Use our discount code GeekCast to save 15% on coffee, mugs, and Death Wish coffee merchandise. Thank me later.
Hey guys, Rob Bass here. Just wanted to let you know that if you like our podcast and want to support us, be sure to check us out at patreon.com/geekcastlive. That is patreon.com/geekcastlive.
Geekcast Joe here. If you enjoy our show, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. You can find us every Saturday morning on iTunes, Facebook, and Twitter. Just search Geekcast Live.
Hello, friends. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/geekcastlive. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
It's a trap!
Hola, mi amigos, and welcome to the
One.
40th
Cut a hole in a
episode
box.
of Season 3. Geek
Put your
Live
junk in a
podcast.
box. 3. Make her open that box.
I'm your host, GCR, and with
That's
me,
the way
as
you
always,
do it.
Roberto Bass.
just say
Oh,
finito.
yeah. Did it. Killed it.
And Cartoon Joe?
Mission
gosh.
accomplished.
Oh my goodness.
We're starting off strong today, guys. Can feel it.
I'm at some point I'm going to compile all of our pre-show banter, and I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put a price to it, like
At our
$100 gets you all of season 3's pre-show
We're gonna have
banter.
to put out like legal disclosures for that shit.
Or disclaimers. But
Disclaimers. There we go. Nope. Disclosures too. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah,
Preferably at the same
kick-picking
time.
Boots.
Yeah, with my kick picking boots.
Jesus. How are you, gentlemen? How are you?
Fucking fantastic.
better now.
Cartoon Joe, how are you?
I'm really good.
Christmas.
Good. Good. How's Connecticut?
Oh, it's great, man.
Yeah?
Nothing special. The foliage is lovely.
Is there like any kind
Is
of
it-
like music that you've been listening to lately, Nick, or been wanting to listen to? That like we should
Funny
probably.
you should ask. I just, I don't know, feeling the Lonely Island kick. I don't know. It's a thing I've discovered.
Wait, I thought Dick in a Box was Sinatra.
Yeah, it's Nancy Sinatra and and that guy from Saturday Night Live.
Will
Well
Ferrell?
written. Will Ferrell.
Yep, Pharaoh, like the
Yep.
like the
Like the card game.
ancient
Brother
Egyptian.
Brother of Mia Farrow.
Nope. Like the card game that Wyatt Earp dealt in Tombstone.
Oh,
I thought
P.H.
maybe it was
Farrow.
what he nicknamed his Pokemon.
Yeah, Will
or his
Ferrell.
condoms.
Hey, why is it P.H. Farrow, my pen name?
It should be
That's a really good
like
question.
like a doctor.
Or it's
of-
your the get down
Ooh.
like kung fu DJ name.
Ooh, P.H. Farrow. That's a good one.
Uh-oh, hold on a second.
the
There's
doctor.
trouble. There's someone approaching my...
Flee.
Oh, it's just the wife.
Run.
Okay, carry on.
This is going to be a fun game. I want total off the cuff.
Oh God.
like go.
You ready?
Yes.
What is your high school science teacher name? Go.
Dinkelberg.
Mr. Dingleberg.
Right.
Yeah.
Mundungus Fletcher.
Dr. Domershank.
Dover, Shank, Dingleberg. What's yours, Joe?
Mundungus Fletcher.
Oh god.
Yours, Ryan?
Wayne's.
Wayne's.
with a Y. Wayne's.
That's amazing.
Yep. Mr. Wayne's. I teach advanced chemistry too.
Like also,
In my head,
or
you look
like
just like my
also,
chemistry teacher, Mr. Beck.
Also, I also
Mr.
do
Beck.
I also do regular chemistry for the retards.
that's not politically correct.
Well, I've been watching Trump speak on the dais there. That's my fault.
Oh,
My fault. I've been trumped.
It
Sorry.
happens to the best
I know
of
I
us.
deemed this a non-political podcast, so I'll retract that. I'll take that back.
you mean the jack-o'-lantern inhabited by the spirit of the Third Reich? that guy?
That's the most poetic thing I think I've heard said about this whole election.
I haven't heard anything that good since Yamchurian candidate.
Yep, right up there with Cheeto Hitler.
Yep.
Oh God, I got nothing. No, like I'm disappointed that I didn't have something to like bring to that little picnic we just had there.
Some sort of like something that's orange and then
Like a salad course.
Right.
Jesus.
Kumquat Goebel.
Citrus dictator. I don't know. I've got nothing.
I would enjoy a refreshing citrus dictator.
Right,
Like
yeah.
before my meal.
If that was
That sounds like something one of the really hipster bars that I go to
Who's making that
regularly
right
would
now? Is that
serve to me.
Leinenkugel?
Leinenkugel has a
No, I think it's New Belgium.
It's
I
a
think it's
saison.
Belgium, actually.
That
That's
makes
a
sense.
citrus
Saison.
dictator.
Yeah.
It's a little
Yeah,
meta.
it's got a little it's heavy on the mouthfeel, but it's got a really good after thing going for it. So
Yeah, a lot of fascist flavors going on. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A lot of
Fascist flavor profile.
strong nationalist pride followed by drinking this.
there's a strong. This beer has a strong national pride.
The fascist flavor profile, you think it tastes good, but then you're told otherwise.
It has patriotism in the nose, but the palate is just all white nationalism.
Yeah. Gorilla palate.
Now is that gorilla with like a UE?
Yes.
Okay.
GUE, of course.
It's like walking
the
into
Che
a jail
Guevara of
Hufford
beer.
and expecting the coffee to taste like it smells.
What a letdown.
What kind of Scheissensturm have we walked into here?
It's brutal. It's brutal.
That's German for shitstorm, in case you didn't know. Thought I would
It's
share.
supposed to be playing at home.
Check.
We haven't had a bingo card night in a long time.
That's
yeah.
true.
No, where's Gomez when you need it?
If you are playing at home and you had Scheissensturm,
Go ahead and check that off.
go ahead and daub that with your bingo dauber.
Or
Is that the
citrus
actual-
anarchist or whatever it was.
Is that what it's like actually called? Like I know that that's what it is for and does, the bingo dauber.
A dauber?
But is that what it's called? Like
I
the
believe
bingo
it
dauber?
is a bingo dauber. Yes.
Huh.
No, Dauber was the assistant coach on Coach.
Ah.
Yes.
I'm
that
pretty
is-
sure
So is this
Dobby
kind of
was
like a
also-
Tesla Edison thing then, or?
Dauber was also the dumb
so-
mute from the stand.
I have a I have a question for you guys. This is something that
Wasn't he also of Vigo?
How?
No, you're close. But you're
Viggy,
talking
Viggy. He's been a
Vigo-
bad monkey.
Vigo the Carpathian?
Yeah. Was that not Dauber?
No, that was not Darwin. That was actually the same guy who played
That wasn't
Carl from Die
Domlin.
Hard.
Donald? Dylan?
It was Carl from Die Hard.
Put him
Yes.
in.
All right, so
Now I have a machine gun.
Oh.
Ho.
So I have an important question to ask you guys that I was asked earlier this week by one of my coworkers, Chris. If perchance you were driving
To dream?
close, if perchance you were to drive a stolen Tesla, like one of the cars, is that an Edison?
Ooh. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. If
Nice.
you steal a
Yes,
Tesla,
indeed it
it
is.
becomes an Edison.
Yeah. Okay.
You've committed an Edison.
Well, thank you for indulging me for that. That was I waited all week for it.
There wasn't a whole lot of payoff there.
No, but I like the small amount that I got. That was worth it. I didn't have high expectations.
Well, good.
Bar met.
Yeah, you totally hit the level there.
Edison was a dirty, thieving bastard.
Wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's exactly what drunk history has told me. Which is by far the most
historically accurate thing you've ever watched.
Right. That I've ever watched, at least.
No, he was a very non-ethical sumbitch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, so did you guys ever get the opportunity to watch the I think it was on the History Channel, the series, The Men Who Built America?
Yes. Watched it with you.
I think I watched like 3/4 of it.
It's really impressive. Like, I really enjoyed it, but it's like impressive in the fact that like we've had such like, I'm going to say magnificent from a certain point of view, tyrants that have popped up throughout American history that have really just monopolized and dominated fields and really progressed things forward. It's just like, I don't know, I was really, really impressed with the episode that they did about Edison and just showing what kind of a conniving son of a bitch that he really was. If you haven't watched Men Who Built America, audience, you should. It's really good.
What I like about Edison is he would do things like, wow, friend, we just invented this thing. Like,
Pat
yeah,
on
I
shoulder.
know. And then his friend would be like, I'm going to go tell my wife. He's like, yeah, you do that.
And then Edison would go to Copyright Office.
He would drive as fast as he can to the patent office.
Yep.
And then when the guy was like, we invented it together, he'd be like, well,
that's not what the patent says.
The patent says Edison, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
God. Oh, America.
Just patently corrupt.
Yes.
And
I see what you did there, and I liked it. Patently.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do it.
It was funny.
Well done. Yeah, I approve.
Subconscious puns are where it's at. Which was a band I was in high school.
Subconscious puns?
Yeah.
What kind of music did you play?
It was kind of like an alternative punk. Yeah. But we did it all in iambic pentameter.
Oh Jesus, that was tough.
It was tough, but it was definitely a worthwhile endeavor. I grew a lot as a person from that.
You know what there isn't online? Because I tried to look for it.
Iambic pentameter alternative rock or punk?
No, iambic pentameter converter. Like I could type in just a sentence and make it in iambic pentameter. That doesn't exist.
I thought you were trying to do it the other way.
No, there's a void in the marketplace is what I'm getting at.
There's got to be somebody out there that's working on this algorithm. That's worth millions.
I'm sure her name is Ainsley Hayes, and you just got to get her nervous.
My mom got me the Star Wars novels.
Yeah, I have
the Shakespearean crossovers.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say something on Facebook, but I wanted to say it in iambic pentameter. And so I tried to find one that just did that for me. Because I wasn't gonna try to do it and then fail. You know what I mean?
All you really have to do is Wikipedia iambic pentameter, and it'll tell you how to do it.
Well, no, I understand that. I didn't. I mean, I was driving, so I didn't know a whole lot of.
That's fair. That's Ryan. You were on your phone and driving.
Werner Herzog did a whole documentary about that.
Oh,
so he'd
bless
be very
bless his heart and his weird movies.
So anyway, Nick.
He was in Rick and Morty, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that, as basically himself.
No, I wasn't.
What?
Fucking watch Rick and Morty. Do it.
Nick was not in.
Oh, him too.
Show.
No, Werner Ozhog. The Defiler.
Boss Hog?
Yeah,
the Defiler.
Boss Hog the Defiler. Okay. Werner Boss Hog the Defiler. If that's not some kind of awful fantasy villain, I don't know who is.
No, I'm just so you guys know. I kind of promised Rob that what I would name this episode.
And I'm currently
I hope you
renaming
go
the
with
episode
Werner
to
Boss Hog the Defiler.
Boss Hog the Defiler.
I can't stop laughing.
Just so we know, Boss Hog the Defiler.
Occasionally, I'm funny. It happens every now and again.
I'm reading about iambic.
Oh, sure. Liar.
Why are you?
Iambic rhythms come relatively naturally in English. Iambic pentameter is the most common meter in English poetry and is used in many forms in major English poetic forms, including blank verse, the heroic couplet, and some of the traditional rhyme stanzas.
Can you do that, more of that, but in your movie trailer voice?
That's my trailer
yeah,
man
no,
voice.
I really enjoyed it.
I actually really like it.
In a world.
Speaking of segues, and speaking of our subtopic, as I was on IMDb doing a little bit of market research for it, it plays the trailers for every 80s Western. And I didn't realize how all 80s movie trailers just use the same trailer voice that really has nothing to do with, the subtext of their film. It's just the same guy talking in the same tone, which sounds like a used car commercial.
Yes.
I found that funny. It's not the same voice I was using, but
I enjoyed that story, Nick. It was very the bar.
I love that it was also usually backed up by the silliest music I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's used car lot type voice and sound.
I cannot wait to hear the main topic.
They killed John Tunstall and then they
Alex McSweeney.
Yeah, it was really like that. I was just kind of snickering, who would go take this seriously as a film? But I digress.
Before we get our main topic, we did have a do review.
We did indeed.
I thought we were just going to skip that.
It was. Did you not? Wait, hold on. Did you not like it?
I don't know if they were trying to be seriously funny. If they were just dorks that had money enough to throw together a studio audience and some good camera work.
I think it's about 60% that.
Because they're a sucky pile of suck.
What?
Oh, I laughed.
I couldn't disagree more. Okay,
Not to mention the fact that I looked.
Go ahead and
go ahead.
Get everybody else up on board with this. So for this week's do review, I got all of the guys to watch the first episode of HarmonQuest. If you haven't watched or heard of HarmonQuest, it is by Dan Harmon. He has a collection of some of his friends. He has a weekly special guest, a really awesome DM whose name is Spencer. And they do these absurd, ridiculous 30-minute D&D sessions that are in front of a live audience. And it's meant to just kind of run through the more absurd side of D&D, and all of them, or most all of them, with the exception of the guests, are regular players of the game. So they've got this little story in this world that they've built up, and they run through it. And I don't understand why you don't like this, Nick. It's fantastic. Firstly, you like Community, don't you?
Segment. I'm going to hijack your segment. You tell me why it's awesome, and I will either agree or disagree.
Tell you why you're wrong.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you why I liked it?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
It made me chuckle, and no, it did. It made me chuckle. No, it made me chuckle, and Joe.
Yes.
Look no further. When you age, how old are you now?
I'm 26.
In 4 years, you will become Paul F Tompkins.
Isn't that the truth?
It's the God's honest truth,
right?
Just so you know. When you hit the age of 30, you will crossfade into becoming Paul F. Tompkins.
I mean,
I've
Oh
never
my god!
been more
I feel like
sure
you're
of
saying
anything
that
in my
because
life.
the last time you saw me in person, I had a mustache.
yeah.
I feel like
It
I'm saying that
helps.
because I don't know. You've passed to the point. For those of you who don't know, Joe, there was a time, maybe 10 years ago, where you would say, "You know who Joe is? Joe is Neil Patrick Harris. He's this svelte, well-dressed gay guy."
Which is true.
Joe is not that anymore. Joe is, as it happens to the best of us, age gets to you. Maybe he's married, so he's
Just let himself go as one
bit.
does when they get
Right.
married.
Well, I'm telling you, my first semester at Purdue didn't help either.
No. The freshman
You've heard
25.
of the freshman? You've heard of the freshman 50, right?
My dude is he's Paul F. Tompkins. That's who he is. And
And it's really like whenever you look at the side by side, and then you
comes
like
with the lime green tie.
he's well dressed.
Is Paul F. Tompkins the donkey boy in the bow tie?
yes,
Teflonto.
yes,
Teflonto.
Blazer.
Teflonto,
Sports
exactly.
Teflonto, exactly. I couldn't watch that without laughing every time he was on, every time they showed his face, because I said to myself, "Oh my God,
It's Joe.
it's Joe. It's
Joe.
just that's who it is."
Hey, Joe. I think you're better than that, buddy. I think you're better.
I appreciate that. Well, I started drinking my beer while you were talking, and you made me laugh it through my nose.
Good.
I'm not knocking on you. I'm just telling you.
It's a
embrace-
very niche look, and you've nailed it.
I'm sorry. What kind of look?
Nietzsche.
It's quite nihilistic.
Exactly. A lot of thus spake Zarathustra.
That was good. That was good, Joe.
Quite nihilistic. Anyway, other than that, the concept of the show is great, and if you look a little farther into the couple of the other episodes, their special guest is
they're great. Chelsea Peretti was fantastic.
Nathan Fillion is in episode 10.
God, yeah.
Thomas, what is it, like Middles Ditch or something from
Middle Dick.
Yeah, from Silicon Valley is on there. I actually, it has bought me into more episodes.
If you like Dan Harmon, I think that, or if you've ever played D&D for that matter, I think that you would really, really enjoy it or get something out of it. It's funny. It's really
Is
easy.
Dan Harmon supposed to be a somebody?
He did Community. He does Rick and Morty. He's written for tons and tons of other shows.
Yeah, he's had his hand in a lot of things in the last probably.
Is he a
5,
writer
10
or is he
years.
an actor?
He's a writer. Oh. He created. He was one of the co-creators of Community.
Yeah, like he was like the season that sucked
that
was
makes more
whenever
sense
he
than
was no
they
longer
get
writing
access
for
to all
them.
the money it would take for the production of this nonsense.
Right.
That's a high production value.
I do love the segueing
what's wrong
between
with a little bit of nonsense though? Like I don't understand that. I guess we've built like 3 years on it, going on 4 years on nonsense. Like
yeah, but we're just four schlubs with a budget. You know, I kind of am not so into like people with money just sort of self-indulging and then trying to make it as a production. That was kind of my problem with chasing bubbles deal. It's it's cool
for
concept,
whatever reason we got big and we managed to make a buck on this, and we started having more money to do more absurd things, and we had the opportunity to sit down and play a game and make something funny and weird of it. You would have nothing to do with that?
You get the best defense in the game. Let the ball go through a pitcher.
That's a little breaking the fourth wall Cubs playoff action for you there.
That was
audience.
Jesus Christ.
Well timed.
I wouldn't cobble together a studio audience with our fundage, but
it's also good to know my mute doesn't work.
Yep.
Right. What was our commentator giving us there? Who's our color commentator? Not Rob.
Bases were loaded. Dodgers had the bases loaded. A soft line drive up the center. Our pitcher decided he would stick his glove out. It bounced off his glove and it rolled into center field. You get the best defense in Major League Baseball. Just let Addison Russell turn 2 and be done with it.
Did they get 1 in or 2?
Now they've scored 3 runs in this inning. Oh, that dude stayed at the dude stayed at third. They've scored 2 runs in this inning. So, but fuck
is
me.
Is Lackey still in?
They took you off the mound, actually. Oh, I'm sorry. They took Lackey off the mound.
They did.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, I like I said, I've muted the TV, but I'm still watching, and I can't mute my wife.
I'd
at
rather
a certain point
discuss Cubs baseball than discuss Dan Harmon.
At a certain point, when if Kike Hernandez strikes out here, and my wife says, "Yeah," you're going to hear. So
that's fair.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll take it.
Very fair.
Kike, Kike.
You know, my only complaint about HarmonQuest, I could have used more of the DM.
Harmon.
More of the DM.
Yeah. Just I only watched the first episode because that's all I had time for, and they did all the like at the beginning of the episode with like the theme music-y part of it. It was and it's ruled by an angry god or whatever, and then he was just kind of there sometimes, which I know that's what a good DM should do. But I enjoyed him so much, and he was so dry in his humor. I could have used more.
Definitely watch more of the episodes if you get the chance, because he does get more involved throughout it, and it's pretty fantastic.
I will say my favorite part about it was at one point one of the characters like advances the storyline on his own, and Dan Harmon actually stops playing. Is like, hold on a second, can we just do that? Or
oh yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you can't just say like, and there's a purple dragon. Because
what's the status on the purple dragon?
Pretty funny though.
When they switch to the animated
Future Joe.
Oh, Teflondo.
Whatever.
Yep.
I mean, the anime is like it's like a show in and of itself. So I don't know. It's like I don't like it when things come off as like, you know, it can be the illusion to us. I mean, we are what we are, and there's a lot of people in groups like us, but then you get like this sort of apparently well-funded highbrow person that wants to kind of play off like we're the everyman gamer group, but then they've got, you know, multi-$1,000 in animation and production and an audience.
Community at all?
Go fuck yourself, Dan Harmon.
I don't fucking understand you.
I don't even know what community
really
is,
don't.
so I don't.
I really don't.
You never watched? You didn't watch Community?
I guess not.
Some animated douche just struck down an animated wolf with a chain mace. So I don't know. What the fuck is
I think it was
happening?
a jackal.
I don't.
It was a jackal cultist.
That could be. Makes sense.
Rob, I enjoyed it.
I'm glad. I also really enjoyed it. I thought it was something.
I had a good time.
Good. I'm glad. Sorry that you fucking hate Dan Harmon, Nick.
Yeah,
I don't like Dan Harmon, but his stuff is good.
He had to earn my hate. So I guess that's the compromise there.
Compromise is he had to earn my hate.
Equal opportunity.
Oh shit.
But I do like that it's a non-traditional do review. Long, but it was something different. So I can respect that from a certain angle in the dark.
And now I know what HarmonQuest is, so I don't have to wonder what it is when I see it pop up on Facebook.
Like 17,000 times a day?
Yes.
Almost every other post?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're paying heavily for that.
Mm-hmm.
With the advertising budget.
Another reason
The fuck was that?
What that was?
That was my Barbarian War song. I hope you guys like it.
You nailed it.
There you go.
I
there it is. You caught me off guard there, Joe. I'm not going to lie.
That's real. That was disturbing.
No problem.
So I'm gonna pay off a promise we made last week. I hope.
Peyote buttons?
No, I don't have any.
Different other promise.
I actually lost my shaman to a fire, so I don't have any peyote.
I'm disappointed in your
He tried to throw arcane alchemist's fire at some cultists and
landed on his head.
Last week I said that this week we would be in what I'm calling the inevitable Hollywood remake hour of the show. We talked about Young Guns for a while at the beginning of the show last week.
yeah.
And I asked you guys to please watch Young Guns and help me recast it. And I'm hoping you guys came through for me.
Silence.
I'm so sad. The silence.
I watched.
I played along.
Great.
I watched. You told me to at the very least get on YouTube and watch as many clips as I could, which I did do. So I haven't watched the whole movie, but I've tried to get the gist of it at the very least.
Do you have
like any good Hollywood re-movie maker? I refused to watch it.
All right, you're playing like a
like a Michael Bay approach. I like
an
it.
inside the game.
More of a Ghostbusters 2016.
Well, I'm excited for that.
You recast it with all women?
Damn straight.
Oh wow, that's a different
Bold
approach.
play. I like that.
That is bold.
I'm intrigued, I guess. I mean, I had a couple of them cast as women, but I didn't do all of them.
Well, I sent you guys a list of the characters I wanted to recast. It's just the main characters. So, how do you think we should do this, Nick? Should we just literally go start with Billy the Kid, William Bonney, and just?
No, I think you end with. I think you got to end with William.
So
Bonney,
do we start with like Jens Soon?
Yeah, I think you start with the peripheral characters.
Okay. Well, can we start, Nick? What would be who's your John Tunstall?
Let me go to my list here.
John Tunstall in the original. Terrence Malick plays
Terrence Malick? Yes.
Terrence
no,
Malick.
that's the director.
Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp.
Yeah, Terrence Malick.
Yeah.
The director.
Thank you. Terrence Stamp plays John Tunstall. Who plays John Tunstall in the 2017 inevitable Hollywood remake of Young Guns?
Now, before I give my answer, I need to discuss some of the parameters that I had in place.
Oh, okay.
Which was, after you talked me off of James Vanderbeek last week, and I realized we were making a total Sharknado remake of this whole thing, because believe me, Ian Ziering had a role in this fucking deal. When you said we're actually going to make it like Michael Bay might make it, I had to try and stay in a certain lane of realism with the characters. So, long story short, my Tunstall is going to be. That's a home run clap.
Someone set off fireworks.
No, that's a single throwing error reached second base for Addison Russell.
Oh, that's a bit aggressive for that, but we'll take it.
So go ahead.
My Tunstall is Max von Sydow.
Wow. Well done.
What? Shut up, Natalie. What's wrong with Max von Sydow?
The throw from second was way off, Nick. Not Max von Sydow.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's a really good
bad,
pick. That's a really good pick.
I think. Are we even gonna let the younglings play this game?
I mean, I picked John Hurt.
John Hurt's also a pretty decent
Rob
pick.
actually did play. All right, John Hurt. That's.
I went hard.
Emilio Estevez as fan service.
You went Emilio Estevez.
All right.
I did.
Interesting.
So hold on. In the remake of the show, you recast the original character of William Bonney as John Tunstall.
I did.
As a
fan
benevolent
service.
caretaker. Okay.
That's very Hollywood of you.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
I thought maybe you would do maybe like a Martin Sheen.
That would have been a good pick also.
But that's not what I picked. That's not what
Did I confuse
I mean,
Martin Sheen?
that also would have made sense as the Padre
You may
de
have
two
confused
Sheens.
Martin Sheen with Emilio Estevez. I don't know how. Martin Sheen was Jed Bartlett.
I mean, they're
Oh no! I meant Emilio Estevez.
yeah.
Okay, so you actually meant like
No, I meant
Said what he
literally
meant. And he meant what he said.
recasting the same guy because he's going to die off in the first act.
So
But
you're playing
fans
just
are going to
fan
notice
service.
him and be like, "That's cool. That guy's in it again." Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I kind of played to Joe's. I did a little fan thing. I made John Tunstall Donald Sutherland.
Ooh, also good choice. That was actually one that I was considering.
To keeping it, I keep a
All right.
Sutherland
All right. I like
in
it.
the show,
I like it.
Yeah,
not Kiefer.
As a
Yeah.
good guy for once.
yeah,
Yes.
which would have been refreshing.
Right, Donald as John Tunstall.
No, I can appreciate that on various levels. That's cool.
I like so I'm very happy with everybody's picks. Actually,
Good.
this is turning out exactly how I thought it would go. I was
It's all
hoping you
downhill
guys would
from
take
here.
it serious. I'm sure it is. The bad guy, Lawrence Murphy, played Jack Palance
Jack
in the original.
It's hard to do Jack Palance any justice. But I hedged on this because it's hard to find good old American actors that are crispy. I thought about Gene Hackman, but I ended up with Tommy Lee Jones.
Nice.
Ooh, wow. Tommy Lee Jones.
Ed Harris was mine just because of Westworld lately.
I like that. I can definitely see that. Ed Harris is
not
an
a
old crusty
bad
dude
pick.
now.
Thank you.
I went Ron Perlman.
Ooh.
Joe, you're so far Emilio Estevez and
I'm excited for the rest.
Perlman.
He's going for the big budget.
I cannot wait to see who your
Joe
regulators
actually
are.
Joe's casting like Young Guns versus Aliens.
God.
coming 2018.
I went with Malcolm McDowell.
Also a good pick.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
He is still alive, still kicking, and I think he'd make a great Murphy.
Clockwork Orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Who was Robert Englund could have also been a really weird, interesting pick.
Ooh, that would have been a very inspired pick, Rob.
The Orzog pick, the filer.
If Boss Hog
the Defiler, if he wasn't available.
if
he was directing, it would be Robert Englund.
Boss Hog the Defiler. Jesus.
It still makes me laugh.
Our little Chinese doll, Josiah Doc Skurlock's friend, Yen's son.
I went with Katherine Heigl.
You didn't even cast her as Asian.
I don't even give a shit.
You just Katherine Heigl. Tremendous.
Bang.
I love it.
Your
Rob,
witness.
Rob, how about you?
God.
Your witness.
Oh God. Let me see here. It was fuck, I can't remember her name now. The girl from Pacific Rim, Rinko Kikuchi, I think. Yeah, Kikuchi.
I know.
Yeah, I know, but
that can't be it.
That sounds like
that's
that
definitely
player,
it's
right?
it's Rinko Kikuchi.
That's something my dad says sometimes.
I believe it. Oh,
Rico Kikuchi.
Ooh, Rinko Kikuchi.
What's her name?
That's like his
favorite.
generic
It really
racist
is her
term
name.
for any
I
Asian
wish I could make it up.
chick.
It's his favorite
Yeah,
Italian dish.
That makes sense.
If you asked him right now, if you called him right now, he'd
If
wait
I
for
called
his
them right now and said, "Hey,
NyQuil stupor.
Yeah.
what is a rink? What to you? If I were to say, "Hey, Dad, pass me the Rinko Kikuchi," what would you give me?
Call him now.
Sriracha.
I need
Now.
that phone.
Sriracha and whiskey.
I need that phone.
Probably.
Pause. We got a Kikuchi reference.
I need the phone in your hand. Thanks, honey. Let's see here.
We're breaking all sorts of fourth wall rules.
I love Nurse in the Operating Theater, Natalie.
I need that phone in your hand and a beer and a reach around.
Not necessarily in that order.
No, whatever works.
Whatever's most efficient.
Shh.
Not my real bad.
Hey, Dad, it's Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, you're on the show right now with Rob and Nick and Joe and me.
Well, how you doing, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Excellent. Yourself?
Rubbing Mom's feet right now and watching the Cubbies.
Hey, well, a question came up. If we were sitting at the table, you and me, and I asked you to pass me the Rinko Kikuchi, what would you give me?
The Rinko Kikuchi?
Yes, the Rinko Kikuchi.
And we're sitting at the table.
Yeah. Or we're just, maybe we're out and about. I don't want to put thoughts into your head. If I just said, hey, Dad, give me the Rinko Kikuchi, what would you assume that was?
Dude, I wish I was more witty here. I'm thinking the Rinko Kikuchi, if you asked me for that, I would say you're asking me for the balsamic vinegar.
That's
Pretty
my
close.
guy.
Exactly what we
My
thought.
guy.
Pretty close.
Okay.
Go Cubs, go.
Probably not close at all.
No, I said it would be your favorite Italian dish.
Well, you didn't say that. You want me to pass you something? I'm thinking that it's got to be some type of
Like dressing or condiment.
ketchup mustard type thing.
Right. No, you're pretty good.
The Rinko Kikuchi, I'm going to say right away. I go with balsamic. Not any balsamic. It would be
What's an
probably
aged?
something that I'm thinking.
An aged
Tom
balsamic.
Morano brought me from Colombia.
A Colombian balsamic. Right.
Makes sense.
Named Rinko Kikuchi.
Rinko Kikuchi. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Well done.
Okay, guys. Really enjoyed the last podcast. So,
Hey, thank you. We appreciate
we're
that.
on, my friend.
Go Cubs.
I'm on my second full bottle of Johnson's baby lotion right now. The 25 fluid ounce one.
Wow.
Hardcore.
Just cup by cup.
And
Hey.
Cubs get another.
Go Cubs.
There you go, Cubs.
Later.
Okay, guys. Oh, 2 runs. Oh! Yeah, set the play with the umpire.
Do we plate it up?
Okay.
Yeah, we put it two. We put it two more.
I would like to talk about the people that are behind the plate right now with Larry King. Did you just see Bieber?
No.
Oh,
Bieber's
boo.
about 4 rows back to Larry King's right.
Wait. So Bieber and Larry King are on plate?
The girl that you stupid is the girl from Good Day Los Angeles, the blonde to his left. So,
Okay.
I'm thinking it is. And then you guys might recognize Steven Still. He's got a big gray mustache for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
From Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, so that's just a couple sightings there.
I had no idea.
The more you know.
Hey, and if you guys
Appreciate it.
maybe just, what does the clapping with your fist and your palm mean?
That means many blessings.
Peace among worlds.
Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
When I was in high school, but
Yeah.
we'll summer that. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
Auf Wiedersehen.
See ya.
Bye.
For those of you playing at home, you just snuck in a Bieber, Good Day, Los Angeles, Crosby, Stills, and Nash reference.
Yeah. So if we're playing like a all cover on the bingo card, you probably won. So anyway,
That was strong. Back to full circle.
McSween.
Joe.
Oh wait, are we still on?
Jensen.
I went with
John.
Selena Jade, the Asian girl who plays Shadow in Arrow.
Oh.
Right.
At least you wish that with an Asian girl, Nick. Nicely done, Joe.
I'm not fucking racist typecasters.
I went with Claudia Kim, who plays the doctor for the Avengers in Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I went with.
That's I like that. That's probably better than Katherine Heigl. Fair enough.
No, actually, it's great that you went with Katherine Heigl. Nick, Alex McSween, there really is only one correct answer.
I don't see how you can't go Terry O'Quinn.
Just reprising his role.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also went with Terry O'Quinn.
I think you double up old TOQ. John Locke age as well.
Yeah, I went with Terry O'Quinn as well to just reprise his own role.
Wow.
Rob, Joe?
I went with bald Benedict Cumberbatch.
Well, you've just violated one of the tenets of this remake.
Which was?
Well, in the very J.K. Rowling-esque-ness of it all, the original movie, with the exception of your boy Tunstall, is all Americans.
Right.
American actors.
So
and you reached way too high with a superstar. You got to stay in your lane here.
You blew your budget on a bit roll.
You shot your.
You don't get one
on Alex McSween. No, you don't. You don't get a British A-lister.
Why?
I front loaded. I mean, I have. You'll be able to when we get to the regulators, you'll see where I spent my money. If this was some sort of a budget draft. I dug it.
So wait, are you telling me like the Hemsworths are out?
No, the Hemsworths are in. But what I'm saying is,
they're not American, and they're superstars.
They're Australian.
What I'm saying, see.
So why are they in? But I can't get into. I can't get an Englishman.
What Nick and I have different problems with your casting. What I'm saying is, you went way too high on a very small role, and so you kind of made this a Benedict Cumberbatch vehicle, and it's not a Benedict Cumberbatch vehicle.
Yeah, Alex McSween has like 27 words
and like 9 minutes of screen time. So you shot a lot of your budget on Benedict Cumberbatch. You had to pay him extra to shave his head and all that.
Grow a mustache.
Right. Which
you should probably just do that regardless.
And so I
didn't have to pay him anything to grow a mustache.
So if I was to dial it back, then would James McAvoy be
perfect?
Still British, but you're doing better.
No fucks given there.
See, I went with Malcolm McDowell, who is also British.
I let that slide though because the original Tunstall
come
was.
Come on now, you can't. What's this? What's this Trump speak going
Terrence
on?
Malick, what stamp is British? So I allowed that because.
So I guess you're probably allowed one Brit,
but he can't be great.
I went Clark Gregg.
Oh.
Yes, that's appropriate. That's appropriate.
Well, I like that casting, Clark Gregg. That's nice.
I'm probably most proud of that one. It's all downhill from here.
That's pretty solid, Joe.
But James McAvoy isn't.
We're moving into the meat and potatoes of the casting. We're moving into the regulators, and I want to start with. I don't know where I want to. What I want to end, of course, with the three that's. I think I want to do it in reverse order that they die in the show.
Jesus, so Brian, just. What?
She's a little high strung. We can't. There's nothing we can do about that.
Is anybody in this family seen a chicken?
Let's go with Charlie Beaudry. Let's go with Charlie.
My man Charlie.
Safe.
What? What are we doing here?
We just got called out at first, but Zobrist definitely beat it out by a good 2 steps.
Are we throwing the flag?
Oh, yeah. Flag has been thrown.
Charlie, Jay Baruchel.
With so you got Jay Baruchel and Katherine Heigl. Yours is a Judd Apatow film.
Well,
this is Young
Charlie
Guns
is
by Judd Apatow.
Yeah, the original Young Guns had elements of comedy interspersed, so Jay Baruchel could do some serious work.
Wow. Joe?
I'm least proud of this one. Kristen Stewart.
Who?
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart? You gender bent the role.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
You gender bent the role and made it Kristen Stewart as the pugilist. As the fighter.
I did.
As the one who loses his virginity in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fair. Sure.
In his defense, Kristen Stewart probably has a bigger wang than Casey Siemaszko.
Casey Siemaszko.
Well, this
Rob,
was just from some sick personal enjoyment because I would really want to see him in this role. And Nick, you'll really like this because I picked another limey. Martin Freeman.
Why do I play these games with you, Rob?
I don't know. It's solely so I can try and raise your blood pressure.
Rob, the whole concept of Young Guns was we're going to take like the hottest young actors in Hollywood and make a Western around them.
Amazing.
This was the idea. This was the.
Instead, you brought 47-year-old British
Martin Freeman to the show.
You threw Bilbo in the fucking attic with Winchester.
Oh, yeah.
They're just as shocked and upset as the elves or the dwarves.
Jesus. I went with the King of the North himself, Richard Madden, as Charlie Beaudry.
Who is Richard Madden?
He played Rob Stark.
Get in there.
Another Englishman. What are you doing to me?
Jesus, how many throwing errors can the Dodgers have in one play?
There's never enough.
Jesus Christ. So no, I went Richard Madden.
Stop casting British guys.
I think it's a perfect casting. He's young, he's good looking, he's the pugilist. He can play American.
Fine.
All right, Dirty Steve Stevens.
Miles Teller.
Wow. This is interesting, and you'll know why later.
Why? Because you got Kit Harington already lined up?
No.
Skis.
No, not at all. Not at all. So you went Miles Teller as Dirty Steve. That's not bad.
I had to get Miles Teller in here somewhere, and that one just seemed to be the most logical landing spot.
That's not bad. Joe, who do you have?
Jeanette McCurdy.
Who?
Jeanette McCurdy.
So you went total gender.
I
called
it. I wanted it on the record.
I did, yeah.
Jeanette.
All my regulators are women.
Wowee.
You're going to like some of them, though.
Nicely done. No, Hollywood would do that, though. I mean, you're not off there. Hollywood would make a female remake of Young Guns.
Right? Completely ignoring history.
Jeanette McCurdy. Wow. Rob, who do you got? Wait, can I guess?
Go for it.
Liam Neeson. Who's your Dirty Steve?
Well, no, he's still working his way through the cast of Sherlock, so.
Yep. I went with Theo Rossi.
Theo Rossi.
Shades. Nice. I actually want to just choke you out through the phone.
Juice.
No, that's not bad.
From Sons
that's
of
actually
Anarchy.
not bad.
Yeah. Juice. So funny.
That's actually not bad.
I went with Dave Franco.
Dave Franco?
Yes.
I like the casting. I don't know if I would have made him Dirty Steve, but I like that you got him in your roster.
I went Dave Franco. I was going to make him either Dirty Steve or Charlie, and I made him Dirty Steve. Because I'd like to see him do the cockadoodle goddamn do part.
Right, yeah. I can get behind that. Well played.
My man Dick Brewer.
Well, I have to stay true to my last week's casting, which means it's your boy Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
God,
Joe?
I really want to see how just Nick's blood pressure skyrockets.
I went Willa Holland.
Willa Holland from Arrow.
Are there going to be any names, Joe, that I'm going to know that you're going to
Probably
throw
not.
out here? Okay.
One. There'll be one that you know.
All right.
Maybe
Mindy
two.
Kaling. Chavez.
That's so funny.
Jesus Christ.
Rob?
Shia
Who
LaBeouf.
is Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
That's a
Shocular.
That's a great Dick Brewer.
Actually, that's your best one so far, Rob.
Nick, I went with
life.
Shia LaBeouf.
I went with Miles Teller.
That fair. Fair.
I had to get him in there, and I think he's a great dick.
I would have flipped that. I would have Miles. If I were you, I would have left Miles Teller as dirty and put Franco as Dick. Franco is Dick. Get shot early guy. Can I just interject that in my remake of this, speaking of Dick and the outhouse, my Buckshot Roberts is Nick Offerman. That's who I want killing Zac Efron.
Yes, Buckshot Roberts is Nick Offerman, 100%. I didn't even think of that, and it's the best casting we've had so far.
I thank you.
Short of Katherine Heigl as the Chinese dilettante. Let's go with Josiah Gordon, Doc Scurlock. This was for me.
This was my hardest one by far because it's probably my favorite character. And since you wouldn't let me Vanderbeek it, I was really torn. I don't know how I feel about it, but I ended up with Scott Eastwood.
That's a really good one, actually.
I struggled with this one more than any of these, but that's where I'm at.
This is the one I went.
I think he can carry the water.
I went Liam Hemsworth for this one, so you can hate me for that.
Wait, you went Liam?
Yeah,
Liam.
That's actually not bad if he wasn't Australian. Yeah, that's not bad if it didn't violate all the tenets.
So heaven forbid.
I'm okay with it, Rob.
Thank you.
To be fair.
I went Holland Roden.
Merritt.
Who?
Yep.
Holland Roden. She plays a character in Teen Wolf. That's her most popular role right now.
I love that you went with the gender bent Young Guns.
It's good.
Unknown.
I went Michael B. Jordan.
You motherfucker! I actually thought about that. I swear on my life, I actually thought about plugging Michael B. Jordan in there.
I made Doc Scurlock an African American. He plays well with the cast. I think that I have with Dave Franco and definitely Miles Teller. They're kind of contemporaries and buddies. I went there. And Hollywood would have to include at least one African American in there.
And if they were, it could only be Doc. That's the only role that you could kind of slip in.
You couldn't make a black guy Chavez E. Chavez.
Or Dick. Or Dirty.
Or Dick or Dirty. Right, exactly. So it had to be Doc Scurlock, the poet laureate.
Love it.
So that's who I went with. Chavez E. Chavez, Nick.
Rami Malek.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a really good one. I went...
is he from Mr. Robot?
Yes.
Mr. Robot, yes.
Yep. That is a good one.
I went Miguel Gomez from The Strain. If you guys haven't seen any of that.
No, also a good
not
pick.
familiar.
Yeah. Really good.
I went Aubrey Plaza.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Of course you did.
I like it.
I'm not upset about it. It's actually a pretty good pick. But Aubrey Plaza as Chavez E. Chavez.
God, that's fantastic, actually.
It's so funny. I went with Diego Luna. Because
I feel like I should know who that is.
Wait, you mean like the Ghost Rider?
No.
Nope, not the Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Not the Ghost Rider. Okay, this is the big one. This is the whoever you cast as this, the Hollywood would paint it as like a. Let's say you cast Ben Affleck, it would be like Ben Affleck as. It'd be a Ben Affleck movie.
Hold on, we go back to Diego Luna. You just picked him out of thin air because he's kind of ethnic.
I
Or 'cause he's in Rogue One.
No, I googled Mexican actors.
Not Indian actors?
I didn't. Well, because Hollywood wouldn't do that. Hollywood would cast like Clifton Curtis, who couldn't be. He's Clifton Curtis is like the quality actor version of Steven Seagal. He's played like a Mexican. He's played like an Arab. So I figured Hollywood would just cast whatever good-looking Mexican there was to play a Native American. So,
gotcha.
Or in the comedy one, they could just pick the Indian guy from Silicon Valley.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Kamal Nandanji or whatever his name is.
Yes.
That's who they would.
Taylor
pick.
Lautner up to these days? Would he not be in this anywhere?
Tyler Lautner?
Taylor Lautner.
No, I think he's still waiting for another Twilight film.
Yeah.
Oh, another. Okay. Like the host.
The prequels.
The prequels. Shoot me.
Isn't she writing more? Never mind. I don't want to get into
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to know. I really
I
don't.
don't either. No,
James
either.
Franco is who I went with for Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid?
Yeah.
So it's a James Franco movie.
Yeah. I thought it was a decent pick. I could really.
You
see
realize it's supposed to be young guys, right?
Nope.
Which is why I went with Dave Franco.
Good choice.
Just throwing that out there. No, I didn't pick Dave Franco as
Because Dave Franco is already dead.
You're dead. On the inside.
Nick, who'd you pick?
Did we do Pat Garrett? Did we not do?
We haven't done a Pat Garrett. I mean, if you'd like to do a Pat Garrett, feel free to do a Pat Garrett.
Well, I'm torn because there's Young Guns 2 Pat Garrett and there's regular Young Guns Pat Garrett.
Well, Young Guns 2 with Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh.
Right.
Is William Peterson from CSI.
Right. So I decided I'd go with Diedrich Bader then instead, just to fuck around.
As Pat Garrett?
Yeah. You could convince me of John Hamm, but it's only he doesn't get much screen time. So
Fuck you, man.
Bader it. What?
I had John Hamm.
You stole my Michael B. Jordan.
John Hamm is my Pat Garrett. Which is crazy.
We'll go there.
So who is your Billy the Kid?
My Billy is Tom Holland.
Nice. Not a bad pick. Shocked I didn't think of it, to be honest with you.
Well,
but I already had a better one.
It's not a macho role. It's kind of a, I don't know. It's hard to find somebody that fit the young Emilio Estevez kind of and the young Billy.
You know the scene in Young Guns where they talk about how Billy the Kid likes to whistle?
Yeah.
And Emilio starts whistling? That's Tom Holland
right before he shoots Sabretooth?
Tom Holland would ace that fucking part.
I just think he'd be able to nail it.
Shoot Sabretooth.
Right.
Joe, who did you have?
I went Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
It's a Brie Larson picture.
Brie Larson in Young Guns. So funny. Rob? Oh, wait. Rob had James.
We're giving Rob another chance.
Oh, I get another chance? All right. Shit. Ryan, go, and I'll make something up.
I went with Zac Efron.
He can't carry this film.
It's a Zac Efron film.
Okay.
I look at my cast, and when they make Young Guns 2, Zac Efron, Diego Luna, and Michael B. Jordan are cast automatically to reprise their roles in Young Gun 2. I think it's a fucking. I think it's a great pick.
I can't argue too much as he's in my lineup as well.
Zac Efron?
Yeah.
What's he in your lineup?
He was Dick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was Dick.
Yeah. He can't carry the film. He can just be a martyr. That's all.
Chloe Moretz.
Chloe Moretz. There you go. There you go. Your problem is if you're going to cast James Franco as William H. Bonney, then you have to cast like Seth Rogen as Psyduck Skurlock.
Which you could. That's probably in the same one that you've got Kamal as Shafi Chavez.
Yes. That's your the Chavez character would actually just be played by the dude from Eastbound and Down.
Danny McBride?
Danny McBride would be in Rob's version of Young Guns. Danny McBride plays the Indian knife expert.
It's actually a fantastic role for him. Like I can picture it in my mind's eye now. Like that's fucking phenomenal.
It's actually not too bad, really.
I should have went Danny McBride for that.
I'm not even upset.
I'm upset that I didn't. Like, had I thought about that, was that an option? That would have been the go-to option.
I'm upset that MPW Andy couldn't join us for this riveting breakdown.
He was all prepared. He apologizes. He just had he's going spelunking.
That makes sense. As one does.
I would opt for that.
So yeah, rather than talk to us, spelunk.
It actually was probably a better
He
choice.
should have actually podcasted while spelunking. Spelunking. Like dipping potatoes.
Right, which is what I'm going to do to these red.
You can't just say that.
You're going to dip some potatoes?
Yep, I'm going to spedunk them.
Oh, gotcha. I get it.
Yeah.
Aha.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah. What have I been geeking on?
Yes.
John Hamm, Michael B. Jordan. Yep.
I have started my Dark Tower reread this week. I finished The Gunslinger.
Nice.
Looking forward to continuing that. A little disappointed that when I get on IMDb to see who's playing all of my favorite characters from the story, a lot of them are not included in the movie.
Yeah, I heard they're starting at like the Wastelands.
Yeah, they're not doing a lot of like Court and Cuthbert and that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. But I also started reading our man Martin Bontrager got me a copy of Ready Player One.
Nice.
And I'm also reading that. So
what is that?
It's a newer novel about a video game type futuristic world angle.
Okay.
So I'm like 12 pages into it. Well, I'm like 12 pages in. I really don't know what it's about. I've never read it. So that's about what I've got.
It is highly critically acclaimed.
Yeah, it's also...
It means Nick would hate it. Certainly.
It's also about to be a Steven Spielberg movie. So, Joe, what are you geeking on this week?
I've been continuing my reread through Harry Potter, and so I'm geeking on the Goblet of Fire this week. I'm noticing a lot of stuff I hadn't noticed before. I'm trying to read with the same kind of mindset of that other podcast I was listening to a while back with Harry Potter and the Sacred Text. So I'm trying to read a lot more critically. And I'm noticing a lot of stuff I hadn't noticed before, like how early in the story Cedric and Harry tie for things. And then that kind of foreshadows how the end of the story is going to happen, you know? So, cool. It's neat. It's neat stuff that I hadn't noticed before. Or like all of the little clues about Rita Skeeter, let alone her stupid name.
Yeah.
But
Rita, what a name.
I know. It's so obvious she was a Beatle.
Like Ringo or George Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or that other one they kicked out.
She was very
Shemp.
Nothing to the Skeeter. Rob, how about you, man? What are you geeking on this week?
All right. So before this, can I dial back my Martin Freeman and supplement it with a Harley Morgenstein?
No.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
You have to stick with Bilbo.
Fine.
Bilbo.
I've been catching up on some TV lately. Westworld is fantastic, and if you haven't been watching that, I would highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah, shame on you.
It's Jurassic Park with the Wild West. Let's see. I've been catching up on this.
So they cloned the Wild West and then it escaped?
Yeah.
It's Jurassic Park in the Wild West, and also layers of other things.
Yes. But no, I don't disagree. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's very, very well written, well presented. It's really well done. Especially
so it's like ogres.
Yes, exactly like ogres. But I would highly, highly recommend it. I've also just caught up with the latest season of The Strain, which I would also very much recommend. It's a really, really interesting take on like a vampire apocalypse. It's based on a Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan story. It's really, really well done. And then I've also been watching Salem, which is really, really dark and fantastic.
It is very dark.
It is incredibly dark, but it's really well done. I'm on the second season of it now. I think I'm almost done with it, but it is some really, really interesting, fantastic Puritan horror. So I would also recommend that if that's something that you're interested in.
Lots of bare ankle.
Yeah, bare ankles, shoulders, wrist. It's truly
name it.
A sight to be seen.
Wow.
So yeah, television. It's good for the brain.
I am actually excited for that, and I am jealous that I'm not caught up on The Strain.
You should catch up as soon as you can. It's
so the
really
what's
good.
his who plays Abraham?
That is
I can't think of his name for the life of me all of a sudden. Yes,
Argus Filch.
Yeah, aka Walter Frey.
David
Bowie.
No.
Okay.
It'll come to me.
Yeah. They also, as one of the main characters, they have what's his name, Peter Russo from House of Cards.
Yeah.
He does a fantastic job on it. It's a really, really awesome series, and I would really recommend it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Rye, what are you geeking on this week? Do your
Well, The Dark Tower. I've been rereading those.
Is it Nick left then? I just kind of tune you out whenever you start talking.
Andy, what are you geeking on this week, my man? What, spelunking? Fantastic.
Oh,
high five.
That's where you crawl through a cave without a map, right?
Yes. Exactly what it is.
Such a penis.
Doesn't he come back and become Gotham's hero? Isn't that how this story goes? I've seen a movie about this once. A documentary, I think.
Home Alone 2?
Yeah,
I am geeking on. I'm just started reading The Warmth of Other Suns, which is a pretty fantastic historical work by Isabel Wilkerson. It breaks into the Great Migration of blacks from the South at the kind of the start of the 20th century. To the north and to the east, and the profound impact that had on the shaping of our country. I'm just getting into it, but it's very, very, very well written, very humbling perspective on a piece of Americana. So,
nonfiction.
The Warmth of Other Suns, SUNS Suns.
Nonfiction?
Nonfiction. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So more updates on that to come.
Interesting.
Rob, what do you get on?
I watched the TV once.
Is it Joe's turn?
Is it Andy's
that was
turn?
fun. I'm going to go rewatch Young Guns, but not the YouTube version.
Hey,
So-
if you haven't seen Young Guns, go buy it and watch it. 'Cause it's phenomenal.
I hear it's good.
It's
Sorry,
worth-
I actually just didn't get around to watching it, and I apologize.
It's worth up to as much as $8 of your money to purchase. So
I believe that.
Noted.
I imagine we'll have some sort of plugs.
I think so. There will be plugs.
Who's the guy from Legal
There
Zoom?
will be plugs.
I enjoyed that.
Alan Thicke?
Yeah.
Yep. Alan Thicke's at the game right now.
Well,
Is he still relevant?
Yeah, he's got a big dick.
Robin.
he's relevant with big dick. Okay, go Cubs, go! And hopefully by the time you hear this, we will have wrapped up this thing.
Deuces.
Cheers.
If you want even more pop culture beatdown, check out our podcasting brothers in arms at thisfreakinshow.com.
If you like what we do and want even more of it, support the show at patreon.com. Patreon is a website that allows listeners like you to support your favorite artists, musicians, and high-functioning creatives. So head on over to Patreon and search Geekcast Live today.
If you like what we do or you want to harass us, be sure to check us out on Twitter at Geekcast Live, Geekcast Rye, Geekcast Base, Geekcast Joe, and Geekcast Nick. If you want to check out our podcast, be sure to go to gcl3.40. Want to check our Facebook out and interact with us? Geekcast Live is what you got to search for. And be sure to check us out on iTunes. Give us 5 stars. Lie if you have to.
Hey everybody, GCR here. Thanks for listening to episode 140 of the Geekcast Live podcast. This week's bit of bass is brought to you by the lovely Bridget Brost. She recommended it. You can do that.
From stressing you out, why don't you go? You're wasting your time with your lies, oh. You've been breaking me down, now it's enough, 'cause you'll do it again and again, oh. I hope that you'll be gone soon, I can't take no more, oh no. I will never fall for your lies again, oh. I will never fall for your lies again, oh. You shot me right in the face with a shotgun. You shot me right in the face with a shotgun. You shot me right in the, you shot me right in the, you shot me right in the face with a shotgun.
Who that one? Telling all these stories. I'm telling you it's really getting boring. Who that one? Sharing all these love seats. I'm a real deal, baby girl, believe me.
After letting me down, I'm letting you out. I'm wiping your dirt off my soul.